Check up, Channel Colossus. Name this one Lying Like Lovers Do. And this is because, I'm a proud man. I've always been proud to say, man, I don't lie to nobody. The hell am I lie to you for? Who the hell is you to lie to? Yeah, okay, but then it's an asterisk in there. I'm gonna make this comparison real quick. Yeah, okay. You talking to somebody, you got honor, nigga. I'm a street marine. Fuck, I don't lie to nobody. Okay, well, I can't lie. So I got to tell you, I do lie to women because I'm a playboy. Okay, so anyway, going to Wingate College, leaving at 22 years old in 1996. So all this happened before I was 22. Listen to this. Playboy. I'm on them hoes. Okay, anyway, I think 93, the class come in playing football, and I'm introduced to Antoine TWITTY, wide receiver, tall cat. He was awesome too. But this is what I remember, and I always contrast this with my Playboy era. Meeting this cat, I was probably 19, 20 when I met him, but his high school sweetheart came to college with him, and he was riding with her. End of discussion. Everybody knew it. And I remember telling him, and he probably thought I was just popping whatever, but it was no reason for me to pop whatever because I was the man, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just, you with these cats all day, every day, and you have intimate conversations. And I tell Anton Twitty, you my hero. I'm the playboy. Everybody know it. But I tell him, and he'll tell you my hero because I admired and adored that his old lady was there in college with him, and I knew it was something within me that knew that that was the right way to go. His high school sweetheart was at Wingate with us, and man, that was just a beautiful situation. And then when Facebook came out and everybody was reconnecting, I see that he and her were still together. Now, at this point, I don't know if they still together, whatever. I don't even want to know. And I'm sure this going to reach him. But I told him, you my hero. So yeah, I started this video off from a beautiful perspective about love because there's always a flip side. And this video here is about the flip side. When you head over heels, cut to the chase and look into that person's eyes and realize you've been betrayed. That's the majority of us. And that's what this video was about. Lying like lovers do.
This is important. Major development on the January 6th pipe bomber case.
Remember when you first started hearing little scuttlebutt and rumors that your beloved wasn't being true?
Most of you know the details. January 6th, the insurrection at the White House should be a musical at this point, right?
You start to notice little behavioral changes, but you really don't want to notice it.
Do you remember when we were told that everybody who went into the Capitol that day entered a restricted area, and why? Now, me having been a Secret Service agent, this is kind of a sensitive topic for me because I'm intimately familiar with 18 U.S.C. 1752, which describes a restricted area.
Pardon me, excuse my manners. Let me tell you who you listening to. That's Dan Bongino. That's my man. And I started following this guy years ago. And one thing that attracted me to him was he's the same age I am. He was born in 74. His background is he was a cop in New York, and he was a Secret Service agent for Barack Obama. So he has insight, and he now resides in Florida. Dan Bongino, my man.
Now, a restricted area would be where a Secret Service protectee is or is planning to go. It's kind of strange because they said that most of these people who entered the Capitol entered this restricted area and at least implied that they entered an area where Kamala Harris and at the time Vice President Mike Pence, Vice President soon to be elect, or Vice President-elect Kamala Harris were, they seem to imply that they were at the Capitol on January 6th, even though we all know what. Chatsters, where was she? She was at the DNC.
Flashback. Man, I don't need to lie to you. I don't lie to nobody. I'm proud, man. I'm honorable. Okay, one thing though.
I want you to look at this video that emerged yesterday, the CCTV, closed circuit television. Keep in mind that Capitol Police and everyone else have seen this video before. This is 11:21 a.m. before the Capitol insurrection incident. Oh, look at that. I see a lead agent, Capitol Police. And who's that? Can you stop that? Who is it? That looks like, who is that, Joe? That looks like Kamala Harris.
Okay, now the evidence has become so overwhelming, you approach her about it. And she look you in your face and you see, you cock your head. What?
So there is Kamala Harris, agent in tow, Capitol Police behind her. There's a staffer waiting for her. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, there she is. That's a great shot. That is definitely Kamala Harris.
Your whole world is shattered. Your reality is gone up in flames.
Look at that Kamala Harris picture. 11:21. So this just came out yesterday. Look at that.
Damn. After this pain goes away, man, I gotta rethink everything.
So Kamala Harris wasn't in the Capitol when the dreaded insurrection happened.
This must be how the sheep feel. Those who awaken after realizing they've been propagandized.
Why is this video such a big deal? Anybody know? Dan, we already knew she wasn't there. She was at the DNC. That's not why it's a big deal. It's a big deal, ladies and gentlemen, because they knew. They've had this video the entire time. And a bunch of United States government prosecutors charged a bunch of people in the Capitol essentially for being in the Capitol in an insurrection when Secret Service protectees like Kamala Harris and Mike Pence were there, except she wasn't.
This reinforces my theory that these commentators know who they talking to. They wouldn't come at me or people who think like me with that nonsense and know weird say, get out my face. They know they're talking to their sheepish audience.
Folks, I'm not going to go into the whole DNC side of it because we've covered that at length. She was at the DNC. There was an alleged pipe bomb found. I'm convinced this was a setup. This was an effort to set up a bunch of January 6ers for an attempted assassination. The pipe bomb was clearly fake. We've discussed that. I'm talking today, so you have a deliverable takeaway strictly about the legal ramifications now of a bunch of United States Department of Justice attorneys that work for you, paid for by your tax dollars, swearing under oath that Kamala Harris, or at least not giving that information, was in the Capitol when she wasn't.
I look at these politicians, man, and you look at them in interviews, look in their face, and you know they lying because you have information that the mainstream media is not reporting, and it's absolutely concrete.
Here's Kamala Harris, by the way. You got that video? Here's Kamala Harris. I want you to see how gently she handles this topic in this interview of where she was. Notice she never says, hey, let me be honest, I really wasn't at the Capitol. I was at the DNC on this day. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a setup from the beginning. This is a huge scam, and now everybody knows it. Watch this.
I was at the Capitol that morning, and then I was in a meeting, and I was told that I should leave. And then I was taken to a secure location with my husband. We watched in horror. You are absolutely right. It was seismic. It was an inflection moment. You know, sometimes we think an inflection moment is the bringing of something that is positive. No, it was in many ways a reckoning. It was an exposure of the vulnerability of our democracy.
Folks, we're looking at the biggest scandal, I'm telling you, in modern U.S. political history. This why Kamala Harris left the Capitol on the biggest day of her life.
And you, me personally, I look at these people and I'm looking at them like, man, it just reminds me of when no man could break my heart because a man tell me something that is not true, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, because I don't put my faith in no man. But you love a woman and you land with a woman, this and that, and you wild and probably doing your thing more than likely. But when you find out she done did her thing, you heartbroken, and you think back to when you added, no, I didn't, and you know she was lying. Well, anyway, I look at these politicians and you see them on TV saying things that you know are absolutely not true. And you just look at them like, oh my God, this is demonic. So I don't have any disdain for these politicians.
You just saw the video. The biggest day of her life. She's about to be certified as the first female black vice president. If you love identity politics, it's the greatest day in U.S. history, except, look ye here. She's not there, and everybody knew. Where'd she go? The Capitol? She left? Where'd she go? The DNC? Why? Julie Kelly notes something interesting in her Twitter feed yesterday. The U.S. Attorney in Washington, D.C., he put out a tweet, 38 months since the January attack on the Capitol. There's a link in there. Julie Kelly notes, no mention of the pipe bomber.
I have problems with the citizenry, the U.S. citizens who taking all this nonsense and we have been dumbed down. I don't care nothing about no politician. I'm upset with the citizens who are lapping this man. We got a president who everybody knows has dementia. End of discussion.